Your cup, living life with F&D. We won't give up. Spill your coffee, hey, that's okay. We'll laugh it off and seize the day. Sip happens, but we're alright. With Sarah's mug, we'll win the fight. Science stories, laughs and fun. Morning chats for everyone. So take a sip, don't spill the brew. Join the chat, it's made for you.
Hey guys, I'm probably wiggling too much, but that's okay. I'm in a new spot today, as you can see. Let me get rid of this thing. Let me get rid of that thing for a minute. Put this back on here. Doop doop doop. Just in case you want to send me a coffee, money, monetize, whatever. Anywho, I know I said that I was going to come back on Wednesday, but I decided to come on here. Hopefully the dogs will be quiet. There's nobody here. They're all working and keeping busy, so anywho, I had a really good Thanksgiving. Got to see some old family, and got to come back up into my old neighborhood and see family and a couple friends and spend some time with nieces and nephews and cousins, all the things in the family. So it was nice. However, snowstorm. As much as it's really nice to come back home, the weather just makes me not want to come home. Like officially. It's really hard to come back here. And I want to say there's about 6 inches of snow. I don't know. It's a snowstorm. It's icy. Pretty. I don't know if it's lake effect snow or what, but Canada can have it back. Illinois can have your snow back. Michigan, you can have your snow back. Wherever it's coming from. Good old Indiana. So, anywho, I went to a Christmas concert for the. Sorry if the dogs bark. So I got my trigger finger on the mute button. So hopefully they. And of course, they probably want to OUTSIDAEA. I'm waiting for them to figure out what they want to tell me. I don't know. I don't know. They've got their own language here for food and they do different stuff. So I'm still learning their things, their words. This family member has 3 dogs. So that's a lot. So you have a problem if your family members. Oh, sorry. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't trigger anybody or anything. I don't know why my camera is so low quality for you guys. Let me double check here. It's on high quality. I don't know. Let me double check this other. Oh, I know what she's doing. She's getting all her toys out. So ignore her. She's pretty cute. The tiny pup was the one that I took a picture of. So anywho, I went to a Christmas concert. I'm so proud of myself. Thanksgiving, I think I was just overwhelmed. Everybody, I don't know. I don't know why I had an episode that night, but I go to a concert and I don't have a episode. But at the same time, I'm not gonna really dive into why, maybe. But at the same time, I think it was 3 dogs. One of them barks louder than, the other 2. And so I think there was like a sensory issue, and I don't know. Anyways, so that was a lot of fun. I did take my pack with me just in case. Now, I wanted the little kid that was playing the megaphone at Thanksgiving to have her fun, and so I stuck my earplugs in so she could have fun with that. Making memories. Let's see. With their great uncle, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. So that's always fun. But you guys will be very, 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 very proud of me that I decided to leave my walker at home. So there was probably a little bit of anxiety with that aspect. I don't know. And then I was a little bit worried at the concert having an episode without the walker. And at the Civic Center, you go down to get in your seats, which I got the most amazing seats. I was a little worried at first, but thank goodness I put my earplugs in. I was a little worried about the lighting, but at the same time it was great. I had a lot of fun. And so thank you. This was the Bergamot band, I guess. So if you have not heard of them, go check them out. I love their music. And hang on, some so we had a lot of fun, and then now I had a migraine all day yesterday, so it wasn't the concert that caused my migraine, but it was all on my right. It was started, I've talked about this before, I think. I had that deep intracranial migraine. And then, so I think a lot of it was positional migraines from sleeping on different pillows. My family members need, sorry if they're barking. I'm so sorry. Brown. I'm gonna call her brown dog number 2. Not the little one that I showed. I'm so sorry. She's a good girl. She minds very well, but I think there has been a hunter in the field next door who's been kind of hunting and just kind of staking out those deer because it's deer season, I guess. So I think they hear him or whatever. I don't know. I don't hear any shooting or anything like that. I think he's just going hunting and sitting. So, anywho, but go check out the Bergamot band. I'll put it down in the links. I had a fantastic job. Here's the picture of me supporting them. Not the world's greatest picture, by the way, to my loving family member who has is supposed to be a photographer previous in another life, I guess. But when you give them a cell phone, they're not really tech savvy, and I'm just giving you in my family, we shoot shit at each other all the time. It's part of the, family dynamics, You got to give them grief. You got to give them, harass them. all the time. So love ya. Yeah. I know you're gonna see this and you're gonna hate me. But who cares? Have to do it live. Harass you, bully you live. Oh, that's all right. She doesn't really watch my channel, so yeah. I'm gonna have to give her some grief for me. Oh, dokie. I'm gonna take that off, put that back on. Ooh, that's too big. If you want to send me a coffee, here you go. Let's get these back. All tucked away there. I think I like it in that spot. I don't know. And then I don't know if that won't show. Let me. Or actually, I'll show it. I'll show it on here. Let me put it back up. Put it on this thing, doodad. Hang on. You can tell that I'm so tired. Sorry if I'm ignoring you. There we go. We'll just turn you guys over this way. Anyways, so yeah, we were in the pit. Third row on the left-hand side in the pit. And right behind his uncle. So that was nice to kind of talk to them a little bit, get them situated in their seats. Nate is. I went to school with Nate and Jillian in Bergamot. And yeah, I'm probably so tired right now, recovering from all this, this week. But I've got to say that Nate and Jillian, I am very, 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 very proud of you. I've seen you in high school, followed you on, all the social media, watched you just watching you, Julian, going in and taking a sneak peek of, you practicing. And I've got to say, I'm very, very proud of you. So you work hard. You too worked hard in high school. And I have to say that has gone unnoticed at how much you have practiced and come a long way, and you guys giving me these tickets, not only for me, but my in-law and my sibling to tag along and make sure I was okay. And allow me to practice walking without a walker in public, which is kind of nerve-wracking, because I don't want to have an episode. Um, at first, I was worried about the lights, but functional seizures are not electrical seizures, so that really doesn't bother me, other than it somewhat makes me a little bit nauseous, depending on the flickering of the light or whatever. Um, but I was fine, and then the bass and being so close, and I know that there were empty seats that I could have possibly moved to more to the back and had been fine if I was like, this is not going to work out. But I stayed up front the whole time. I think factoring in putting uh, earbud uh, plugs in my ears. So that makes me kind of want to go ahead and get these loops because Nathan and the Bergamot band, I will be there in February. I plan to see you guys again. I really enjoyed it. So there's going to be February 14th in South Bend. And if you are in that town and you want to get yourself some free tickets, please send me an email. I think I'm going to start a raffle for you to win tickets. And if you are following them and they come to your town, please email me if you're interested in going to see them play. I will put you in a raffle for you to win in your town. So I think the deadline for that would be, probably, I want to say New Year's. And you're going to get a little bit of other little goodies from me as well. So hang on. These dogs are a little bit too vocal for me. They're so needy too. Anyways, if you're interested, I love their music. Go listen to them. If you're having a bad day I think they helped me with this F&D. They got some really good music, so go check them out. Unfortunately, due to copyright, I have to get their permission and to let you guys listen to it on here, unfortunately. I'm sure it would be okay because I'm promoting them. So, anywho, sorry if I'm a little shaky too. When you're with family, you eat you don't eat like you do at home. And now the dog wants me to love on her, and she's the shedding one. And I have all black pants on. I'm not loving on you. I'm sorry. Anyways, it was it's been a great time up here. That's for sure. Alrighty, guys. I'm gonna take a break. And then I will kind of dive into talking about the dissociation. Anyways, I will have you guys take break and then I will be right back. Stay tuned.
Woke up slow like a sleepy sloth. My body's heavy but I shake it off. Riding these waves, yeah, they knock me down, but I'm still here, won't let it drown me. They said it's all in my head, but I know my truth instead. Gaslit, mistreated, neglected, yet another quack playing power games. Fuck them, yet I rise with every time. I'm surfing life with F&D. Might fall, but I get back on my feet. Consistency and resilience, stronger now. The difference, yeah, I fight through the pain like sunshine after the rain. Coffee chats with Sarah keep me sane, finding joy beyond the pain. Been through fire, yeah, I know the cost, but I ain't broken, just transformed, not lost. Seasoned, but I'm still aware, don't touch me, just leave me there, please. I know my body, let me be, please. Just ride the wave, then I'll break free. That sleepy slow's got coffee now. Zippy energy, look at me now. Through the fog, through the fight, still standing tall, still shining bright. I'm surfing life with F&D. Might fall, but I get back on my feet. Consistency and resilience, stronger now. I feel the difference, yeah. I fight through the pain like sunshine after the rain. Yeah, like sunshine after the rain. Coffee chats with Sarah keep me sane, finding joy beyond the pain. Been through fire, yeah, I know the cost, but I ain't broken, just transformed, not lost. Yeah, I fight through the pain. I seasoned, but I'm still aware. Don't touch me, just leave me there, please. I know my body, let me be, please. Just ride the wave, then I'll break free. That sleepy sloth got coffee now. Zippy energy, look at me now. Through the fog, through the fight, still standing tall, still shining bright.
And we have a special guest. We call her Little Dog, or Chewbacca. I call her Chewbacca. But she's like a snake, and she'll get your attention. Come in. There you go. You know how to work it up. Maybe not. she says goodbye. She's like, nope. Anywho, so yeah, the nice thing about coming home is seeing all the old things. This town, it hasn't really changed much, but there are some changes. Granted, I haven't been here for like, time flies when you're busy working. Um, so I've noticed I've been having dissociation issues. I don't know if it's, I don't know. I don't know. And it really, really sucks because I'm around people that I grew up with, or family, and I wouldn't say I'm confused. I don't know how to explain it. It's like you're in a fog, and let's call it a blizzard because it's snowing really, really bad. The roads are really, really bad. Can't really see out in the field because it's snowing like crazy. I think there's about 6 or 8 inches of snow right now, especially on the grill. And we all know how messed up my brain is by now, I hope. But I don't know if it's because my family members have moved and I'm in, a different house, and my brain, was expecting, I don't know how to explain it. It's a weird, fuzzy, you know how I don't know how to explain it. The migraine yesterday made me feel like my body was fine, but like from here up on this side of my brain felt like I was hit by a bus. My body was like, let's go, you gotta, you need to go, you want to go see this person, give them lots of love, hang out with family, do whatever they want to do and tag along. But I felt like somebody like you know how you hit a deer and you get the whiplash and the impact of, slashing your head against the, airbag is the best probably way to, and you know how you get that concussion or whiplash, and um where like somebody's smashing me with the bulb, I'm a pumpkin, and I don't know. It's the weirdest feeling being so disconnected. Um, and what makes me frustrated is I love to talk. I love just spending time with my loved ones or my friends, and just, we don't have to go shopping or, doing this and that and keep them busy. I'm the type of person, I'll sit with you, listen to you. You could be cleaning your house and we chit chat, um, have a couple drinks. If you know, um, I'm just that type of person. I'm the type of person I'll randomly stop by your house just to have a cup of coffee and listen to you, and maybe I'll help you clean, your kids' toys or organize your house or whatever. Um, and just chill. And today I got to see some dear friends of mine, old friends, and I'm sure they're watching right now, which is fine. I just feel like I Walking Dead, the zombies, they're talking to me, and I need a new brain on the side. Like, I felt like, how you talk to somebody and you feel like you're talking to a wall, but I'm sorry, it's just another thing to add to my fucking list of F&D. Um, Maybe if I start coming back home on a consistent basis, maybe it'll get better. But and then I noticed that this dissociation, I don't, yeah, I haven't been up here for a long, long time. So I'm, and it could be also I don't drive anymore, and so I don't remember where anything is. So that might be a factor into it. Maybe it's because, my family member is living in a different house now, and I don't know. It's kind of frustrating. So I'm going to make it a point to come out here. If you are up here and you kind of want to see me, let me know. Email me. Um, oh, but at the same time, I'm like, that kind of changes my thought process on maybe moving. I kind of want to get out of Indiana, to be honest, because in a way that also can help your brain, new friends, new place. Um, don't have to really remember, this past trauma, yeah, I'm doing this online. I honestly feel like, talking to you guys versus individual therapy or even group therapy really helps me. I think you guys, talking to you guys helps me more um, than the other two options. Um, but now it just kind of brings another fear, and I think if people are like listening to me, hey, I want to move, I think they're gonna fear because I have this disorder, which is a very complex disorder, could flare, um, but at the same time, I want people to realize, especially family members, that you know I'm very in tune with my body. I'm very, very aware. I There's a sense of accountability. Is it accountability? Is that the word that I'm looking for? But I'm sorry, it is so dark in here. I should have turned a light on, but I don't care. I'm still. It's not. It's like a dull ache now. The migraine's over with, but it's still recovering. So that's probably why I'm leaving the lights off. Um, so no matter what, I am gonna communicate if I'm in, trouble or whatever. Um, Now if I did move, it would be, cousins or, and these family members and these family members are like, I want to say 3.5 hours away. And then another family member comes in to down, you know, and it would be somewhere that our family stops halfway anyways for, when they're traveling to other family members. So it's not, and then I can see other family member, kiddos that I've been wanting to see and, watch them grow up and um so it's somewhere that they can dump their, you know, kids on me if they need to, or they could stay and, and then continue on traveling. So, but I kind of want to, start fresh somewhere. And man, this is going to drive me crazy. The grainy video. I'm sorry. Um, so it's It's a hard decision. But the only way to know for a fact is coming to other family members, hanging out with them, friends, family, whatever, hanging out with them for a couple days. Get out of um but I don't want people to feel like they have to entertain me. They don't just let me do whatever I want to do and go from there. Maybe stay, with friends or family for prolonged periods of time and then go home. And then, yeah, I know spending a fortune on, rent and stuff. So there's not that real option to, hey, I'll pay rent for, weekly or monthly. Because then that means I would move or not move, lose my housing if I did that. Because I'm on limited income with being on disability. So, but at the same time, it gives me kind of a mini vacation and then kind of prepare for a bigger vacation and then transition to that mindset of, you know, but at the same time, I want to make sure that my brain is mentally functional. Because this dissociation part of it makes me concerned, but at the same time, it also makes me feel trapped. Um, so it's a hard decision, but like my friend told me today, I try to, move forward despite whatever is going on here. Um, it's such a disconnection. You're from here. Literally. If you don't believe in psychics, maybe you should. Empaths, psychics, whatever, energy workers, whatever you want to call them. If you don't believe, if you watch Musy Lady Oracle, if you haven't watched her, go watch her. Go watch what she said. Is something along the lines that, like my head and my body do not work. Like, it's such a funky feeling. I feel like, this grainy stuff. Hang on. This is driving me nuts. I think it's because it's getting dark and I need to turn some lights on to do this video, but I don't really want to turn on lights because my head. You forgive me. I don't know. Let me. Oh, and now 4 people are watching. Oh, if you guys drop down back to 2. Yeah. Uh, you guys, I wish I could see who was up. There you go. It's back to 2. So I'm gonna put you on a brief hold. Let's play some different music. I'm not gonna paint tonight because obviously I'm out of town, not in my studio. So I'm gonna play this one. Do you have Parkinson's, MS, or FND essential tremors? Let me know in chat, comment down below, or you can email me at livingwithnog.lifewithfnd@gmail.com. That's much better. Sorry, I look like crazy here. You know me. It's FND style, the trend. Who cares? You know, I should. I got to test a hair blow dryer brush. It's not supposed to make your hair curly necessarily, but I am looking at it, to kind of work these muscles and coordination aspect of it. And actually do my hair, for you guys. And try to look more presentable when I do these. But at the same time, I want, authentic F&D life, but not, be posting my episodes and all that. Because I should post them to educate how to deal with them, or desensitize you guys, I guess. I don't know, but sometimes even for me, seeing myself that way is kind of hard too. And I don't know. And there's some people that, I really don't want them to see me like that, or, and it also goes along the lines of with professionals saying, misconceptions and saying that you're faking, and I don't know, or, attention seeking and all that. Yeah, I know. I don't need to, give the trolls the energy or whatever, but I don't know. I think more my mission is life goes on regardless of F&D, and not really I think it's more I'm advocating, but at the same time, I'm educating those that have disabilities that your disorder, disease, or chronic illness, or what disability you have, life goes on. Ignore the able mentality, you know, because I feel like able, not, I'm not saying body people, but mental, able body, whatever I'm trying to say on that. Um, you grow up. I don't know. I lost my train of thought on that. Sign of getting old. Anyways, oh, back to the Bergamot. He did Elvis Presley. You got that, part of it. But I told him, I need to come on stage and teach you to do you know, this part, which comes with my F&D. So I hope he, considers this, because I hadn't seen Jillian and Nate since high school. I never really gone to the alumni, reunions. I don't think I will ever go there. I think it's more I want to get really, really, really old and see these people and then make fun of because of our age, and that's the fun part is, for me. Anyways, like the 6 year or the 50 or 40-year anniversary reunion, where you're white gray and can't see, can't hear. Yeah. And then you really gossip and, when you get up in that age. So, but I'm still short, 5 foot, and at least Nate is, has grown quite a bit since high school. And it'd just be fun to have him stand, like, maybe on not a ladder, but step stool, and make himself a little bit more taller, and we could have fun, make a little skit, while you changing, but at the same time, I'm saying I want to do this not only to, like, kind of educate just a smidge, just, F&D, rare, mm, you know, gone through a lot, PTSD. I've gone through a lot. I've walked a lot. I crawled. I relearned to walk. You know, lost function in my hand. But at the same time, you know, last night at the concert, with FND or whatever disorder this is, you know, it really taught me a lot. Just in the, let's see, we got there about 7:30, started at 7:30. And I don't think we got out there until maybe 10, 9:30, 10, somewhere around there, a couple of hours. And I need to do more exposure like this. Lights, loud sounds. Yeah, it's I was a little worried when my legs were like vibrating, not to the bass music or whatever, but F and D symptoms. And I think that's what I'm, you know, my soul is like, you need to push. You need to get out there and live life. Sorry. Sorry about that. Um so I need to do more of that, and I'm going to try to go to more concerts and bands. Um and if I have an episode, maybe go back to using the walker, you know, or at least these concerts, um, that I don't know the people or whatever. I don't know. So take me to a concert. Maybe it'll zap something out of my, like an exorcist. Maybe I need to do an exorcism. Uh, that's what it feels like last night. And looking back to when the monks came to town and they did their prayer, it literally felt like an exorcism because it was just like taking things negativity out of my body. Like, it was the weirdest thing I've ever. You guys think I'm crazy, but that's all right. um so I think I need to do more exposure. I think is because I think looking back to when I first had PTSD, you know, flare, back in 2023 when this FND or whatever it is, um, I did float tanks. You know, it's like, oh, I need to desensitize and float in a tank and quiet. But now I think I need to do the polar opposite, or, you know, do this and that, you know, balance it out, or I don't know. I would honestly like my body back, you know. I would like my brain back. I just want to feel like me again. Um so yes, I am pretty resilient. Is that the word I'm looking for? I'm I try to find, you know, the balance of I need to find the balance, I guess. I don't know. Dog's coughing. You know, yeah, dogs get kind of that cough, snort, sneeze. I don't know. Sound like a piggy. Anywho, so I'm just. This is a journey. And again, I don't know if I said this already earlier. Thank you to the Bergamot, Julian and Nate for the tickets, being part of my journey, you know. So that is another thing that I need to do. Need to wait for pictures to show up on their website or whatever, because this girl's got a plan. They're too busy, so hopefully they don't hear this. So I'm gonna start that painting. I need to get a new canvas, stretch canvas instead of because my creation, my plans. I'm not gonna do that on the panel board canvas. Yeah. So, anywho, thank you, Julian. Mostly Julian. For making that happen. I really needed it. I really needed to get out. I really needed to, hang out with family. Now the other problem is getting home. And it's so dumb that you look at something and you plan and then you look at something again and now it's like all of a sudden easier to go home or whatever. But there are two options, and I might just go ahead and take the bus home. I don't know. Or go see if my dad will let me stay with him for a couple days, see him. But at the same time, I don't want him to be in this storm too. I would have to Uber, and I have to see how much that costs. I don't know. It's a hard decision. But I don't want, people going out of their way, and it's kind of stormy out, and I'll probably just stay here a couple more days. Let this all, what's the word? Dissipate, is the word that I'm looking for. and even, I don't want you to have to drive out here, and the original plan is to meet halfway and dump me off on the side of the road. No, I'm just joking. Meet up somewhere for dinner, or, lunch or whatever. And that would be my payment. It's our decision. What else? Because one bus, it's to get home, it's probably about 2 hour, maybe just 2 hours to get home. Well, the bus stops like five. I know I've talked about this. The bus has 5 stops, goes 1 hour out of the way, and then the other bus, I could probably go, I don't know, go to my dad's and then see him, take an Uber there. That way he doesn't have to drive. And then, because it's really yucky out, and then stay a day or two, and then an hour. When I originally planned this, it was like Gary and I having this type of disability. I would not go to Gary or Chicago, and then this 5 stop 4 hour versus it's just kind of annoying. But it all worked out getting here, and understand, family things, all things come up that are important to family members, and it's just so. Anywho, well, I am gonna kind of cut this short. If you have not, I want to. Mayflies was probably my favorite. There's quite a few different songs that are that I love, and if I can get permission from the Bergamot band, copyright, to share those on my site, that would be just absolutely lovely. And then that way I can promote you, and I had a fun time. If I look tired and not exactly like I had fun, I did have fun. I smiled a lot. I think that also helped because it helped me fight my twitchy stuff and distracted me, maybe. So, and sang a lot, and just, even though I was like, I don't have my walker, I don't, I hope they don't carry me out, in a stretcher, that kind of thing. Stop the play, the concert. because, but it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, even though I'm having the dissociation where it's just like I'm not all there, and it's driving me crazy. It's like it really is driving me crazy. Yeah, so, and I'm just so tired. I'm gonna be like probably Wednesday. I'll probably sleep all day. um, I'll probably sleep for a week to recover, Um, so, anywho, if you have FND or struggling in any way, shape, or form, have a disability of any various kind, I know it's hard, but I always say this: you can do anything. Life gets better. I promise. Because I'm doing it right now. Despite all the shit that I deal with, feel, it does get better. Keep moving. That resilience will keep going. Even if you have to take 2 steps back, 10 steps back, whatever the number, just keep going. Keep pushing those buttons. And if I learned anything the past couple days, try to desensitize, but at the same time, try to, try to live life to the fullest. It'll balance out eventually. Even if you flare, who cares? I've spent so much time, worrying about what people think and see, or, with like my seizures, but that person that helps you in the end, yeah, it might be traumatizing seeing somebody seize, but now that person, if you follow through with education too, just saying, now they're educated. I think that kind of somewhat deletes some of that ignorant, arrogant, whatever word I'm trying to find. It does get better. You just got to keep pushing, and no matter if you feel, so dissociated. And again, Thursday, I think mostly I was so tired traveling, I got up early, was around a lot of people I haven't seen for a while, loved dearly. Was being an adult, which I can't really get into. And then I think I finally sat down listening to 3 dogs barking and carrying on. Just, I don't know. But I wanted to live life to the fullest again last night, but then I made the decision not to because I wanted to see if it factored in, which I think it factored in for Thanksgiving, which my sibling, my family member was correct. And I can't blame it on the dogs. But I am 41, guys. I'm 41. I just live life. Like, god damn it, I have F&D that, I've been through too much these past couple of years. I have a perfect excuse. And I think for 2026, I'm making some more changes. I kind of want to get my nose pierced. Just live it up. Who cares? I already have tattoos. You've seen my tattoo. I have another tattoo. I'm not 15 anymore. Just just live it up, but be smart. Is the best way to just be smart about it, Be logical, whatever you want to say. It will get better. For me anyways. I just gotta, figure out, and I've will and I have seen, the grass was greener a few months ago when, I continued tapering slowly because I didn't want to do any more damage to this taking, medication. And so and when I realized that the grass was looked greener, and there was like some subtle, where I felt alive. Just subtle. Just a little bit, the dissociation. But and thank you to my friends out there today, yesterday, last night, family members that just helped me feel a little bit more normal. Getting me out of the house, less trapped, once a month, Maybe I just need to couch surf at everybody, if put a sign up sheet and be like, I'm going on vacation. I'm going to go see X, Y, and Z, see this person for a few days. Let me sleep on your couch, your guest room, sign up. Maybe I will feel normal, I don't know. Maybe I'm having dementia at this point, and dementia and Alzheimer's runs in my family, unfortunately, and that's the other thing that I'm scared with this trauma and from the hospitals and dissociation, having this rare functional neurological disorder. I think that scares me, and that's why I kind of push, to desensitize, and then also what is the word that I'm exposure, exposure to whatever. I think that is, last night exposure, I don't think it caused me any dissociation. I think it was being an adult. We're going to just leave it at that. And then that created my migraine. Anyways. So, sorry, I talk with my hands. And that was just I think that's one time adult, experimentation, because I wanted to see how it affected me, with this F&D, because I'm sure that there's nobody out there that, has experimented, because they're probably on all sorts of medication or seizure medication, and you can't really and I don't know, I just wanted to I think it was just a one-time thing, and yeah, my sibling is correct. Maybe they are a parent, so but at the same time, they're like, you're 41, you're an adult, whatever. But so I appreciate them thinking about me and being concerned, and I don't even think it was a seizure. I think it was more just, and I'm sure that I'm gonna have another. I thought I was gonna have another episode last night because of the concert, but I don't think it was a seizure. I think it was just more decompressing, oversensory. I'm tired. I'm always tired. But I digress. Alrighty. I've been talking your ears off on this. And so stay tuned. You know what I'm painting now. So I think I have, I should have gotten Uncle, Nate's uncle. I think his name was Kurt. Good old Kurt. Kurt needs a massage. I should have gotten, Uncle Kurt, information. Talk to him a little bit more after the concert. So, but I can contact Julian and Nate and be like, maybe I might do a little bit more, project with this. This project will be a little bit more because they gave me 3 tickets. Put me in the front pit. So something gonna happen to those sweeties. So anywho, I think that's all that I have for you guys today. I'm glad that I got on here and vented, and so I apologize, and I know I don't need to apologize to anyone. I'm sorry that I'm trying not to cry. Sorry if you guys feel like you're talking to a wall. Or a zombie. Anywho, I think that's it. Keep moving forward. Love you guys. I know I kind of vented. I know I say I'm gonna leave and then I let my brain just kind of do its thing and I don't think my brain and my mouth and processing even work anymore. So, but at the same time, it's therapy for me mostly. Memories, hardships with this disorder. You guys are way better than individual therapy and group therapy because I feel like that also suppresses it still, stigmatizes it. So if you're ever thinking about doing YouTube, I say go and fucking do it, because you give a voice and you never know who you might be helping, out in the world with, the same disorder or any disorder or disability of any sort. It just makes me feel like I'm advocating and helping somebody out there too, feel less alone, less trapped, encouraging you guys to try, different things like desensitizing and then exposure. I think exposure is my new um, term because I've kind of developed. You need consistency. You need you transform. Now we desensitize, but we also expose. What else? Consistency, and then that builds resilience, right? Anyways, sorry I did not mean to, ignore you in chat. Hey, Yvonne. Aw, $5. That's a lot. That's a lot of exposure. To from 130 pounds. Woo! I knew a dog that weighed like 145, and it was so funny because at the time I weighed 145 pounds. He was one big boy. He and I think he had like the tumor or something. I don't know. That dog used to carry these little teeny beanies from McDonald's or any Beanie Baby, and then he would like carry him ever so gently in his mouth, and then we would scoop dog doo doo, horse doo doo, cow doo doo, whatever. And there would be Beanie Babies because he would like, I don't know, along the lines suck on the Beanie Babies like a pacifier and then chew them and get like the beads in his. So that might have been a factor, but I would call him Chewbacca too, Chewy, because he would for my mom he would jump up on and I love you. It sounded like he was saying I love you and hug his grandma when he was younger. He was I should call him the gentle giant. He was something else. That is awesome, Yvonne, training to be a service dog. That will be great. And if you have like seizures and you could train him to go underneath your legs or whatever to prevent you from falling. So expect a lot of training. Now, if you are taking him out, expect anxiety because having a service dog, there is discrimination, a lot of it, and a lot of people tend to want to touch the dog, even though they're heavily marked sometimes. So feel free to message me. I'm very knowledgeable in service dog training and stuff. And so if you ever, heck, if you want to send me a message and have me come and visit and do some training, and that might be fine, and I'd get to meet you and hang out, and have fun. Exposure to 5 dogs. I might steal one, as I've been saying with this little itty bitty tiny dog a little earlier. She's awfully cute, awfully very small. I could put her in a bag, and yeah, but I can't do that because the other two would miss her, and my family members know where I live, so yeah, not gonna work out, unfortunately. So that might be fun. Just shoot, where I'm at in my emails. So, and if you haven't heard from me, just keep emailing me and bugging me. And if you ever get in a place where, yeah, that would be kind of cool. I would have to see about taking the train out there, maybe. That might be fun, relaxing for me. And yeah, stay a couple days, do something, hang out, eat, sleep, get dog therapy. So let's shoot for that, whenever works for you, it'll work for me. So, and if my buddy out there, Anna, if the same goes for you, and it'd be fun. Yeah, I went out to Seattle, Washington, and that was a long ride, but it was so worth it. Went to the uh, Space Needle, and I'd go out there as well on again, and hang out and eat a lot of Spanish Mexican food, authentic. Spicy food. I like spicy food. Maybe that's what you guys need to do, is send me like candy from, I don't know, just whatever you want to do. Spicy stuff. Probably not the bomb like MG Law, but I'm willing to try it. I'm willing to try stupid stuff like that. So yeah, just get with me if there's something that you think exposure wise, to help me, move forward in life and I just want to have that spark, you know. Anyways, I thought I was gonna get off of here. Literally, I've been talking an extra 15 minutes. Oh, it's so funny. I'll let like you as my friend talk and talk and talk and talk, you know, random, and I'm like just the listening ear, and then I do this, and I'm like chatty Cathy, you know, talk, 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 and let you guys listen to me. Um, it's been fun. Blame Valhalla waits. I think Valhalla waits when he was like, go for it, you know. Um, yeah. Oh, and then today, Uber driver was from Venezuela, and I had a good friend in high school that was from Venezuela, and um, her family taught me how to make arepas, and they are so good. And I think I could still make them today. Might take a little bit of practice or whatnot, but I like those. I like the breakfast ones at Christmas. Um, so I can. I, I think I need to practice another language um, too. To I don't know. I kind of want to practice another language. And if I did practice another language, I'd probably do Italian. I kind of want to find somebody now to, after this concert, and another family member is going to college for music and stuff. I kind of want to find somebody to teach me either the violin or the piccolo, or the flute, you know, piccolo or the flute. So I might, and that might help my brain too. So, and it just be something to do. Just like I've been doing art, but then I kind of have been doing crocheting, or trying to. I've kind of really slowed down because it really works these fingers. And my hand really hurts. And so it was really great today talking to a friend I hadn't seen forever, and put new ideas and perspective and all the things. It's really, really difficult to be an entrepreneur and then going to work at Walmart. Just saying. So, so I'm always constantly trying new things, trying old things, trying to, you know, do all those things. Maybe one day I'll be the real Sarah. And so um, I think that concert was like the exact thing I needed. And I am so glad that I went. Because that type of stuff is old Sarah, you know. That's what I want, is that live, you know. I'm a people person. I'm like, back then I would go to parties and stuff, and I think um I've involved myself with people that were like introverted, didn't like trying new things, home buddy, you know. I like alone time, but I also like to equal out my life, you know, balancing my life, you know, getting out, socializing, but, you know, you can't like, and this is my thought process. If you keep doing the same stuff, you're going to end up having dementia type shit in the future. Keep doing the same shit over and over, watching the same shit over and over. Your brain is meant to evolve. That's the other word that, you know, I've been I like all these word, you know, type stuff. So, because it motivates me to, okay, I gotta do this thing and I gotta do this thing. Grow up, adult. Sorry if you're cockeyed. That's all right. So it's just, anyways. Well, you guys, 2 hours later. Didn't I say I digress? Degress? Whatever I'm saying. I love you guys. Love you guys. Love you. It's hard. Peace. I'll see you later.
Well, that's a wrap. The coffee's done, but